Today's session, we're going to discuss about cloud and OS. This is the agenda for today. First, I'm going to give you a self-introduction about myself. Then we're going to talk about cloud, OS is operating system. Then talking about careers. Then package that an experienced or a fresher would get once they have the excellent or complete, I wouldn't say complete or expert, a medium, I should say at a medium level knowledge what you have in cloud and OS. So I'll start with self-introduction. Okay, my name is Saulth Abbas. I've been in industry for more than 15 years in fact. I'm certified on AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, as AWS Architect Associate. Okay, that is about cloud. Second thing is I'm certified on AMC Square, that is world's #1 storage provider. Okay. Third, talking about operating system, I'm certified on Linux, that is Red Hat Linux. Out there I'm going to talk about Linux too, different flavors. I'm certified Red Hat, which is world's #1 OS, that is on CLI. So this is about myself. So today we're going to talk about cloud and OS, operating system. Why I chose this, that is cloud, because if you talk about cloud today, everything, almost most of the technologies today are working on cloud. It's cloud. I'll explain what is cloud and all that. So I would like to start on this. What is cloud basically? I'll tell you in a very simple manner why this particular word was given to a technology. Why cloud? If I ask you a very simple question, what is a cloud? You would say, okay, look at the sky, whatever. So wherever you go, you find cloud. If I'm in Bangalore, okay, then I go to Delhi or I go to US, I'm sure the cloud is same blue color and you find a cloud. That's the thing. So what they say is wherever you go, you can access technology from any part of the world. Any part of the world you can access the technology. That's what they mean. Okay, how does it? For example, let me tell you about cloud technology. So I'll start with this. My self-introduction is done. So we're done with this. Now I'm going to talk about what is cloud. Now you have a mobile with you. Alright? You have a mobile. Most of you use your Gmail on that. When you open an email on your phone, you're in Bangalore. When you go to Delhi, do you need to reconfigure things? No. Reset things? No. The same mobile you carry to US, you can open your Gmail there. Correct? Tell me one thing. You people, most of you don't know, but no problem. You can ask me very simple questions. Don't feel. I'm going to talk for a very short time. I've taken a lot of webinars. I have my webinars which are there on YouTube also. I have my channel too where I've uploaded a lot of my courses out there. Yeah. So let me come to a cloud. So you use your Gmail on your mobile. You are carrying your mobile which has a capacity of about 8 GB to 15 GB for example. Alright. What I said, let me take your mobile phone which has about maximum maybe 15 GB. There are some mobiles, whatever you take. What is the capacity that Google provides you to store your Gmails? They give up to some 15 GB or so. So what happens after 15 GB? The question is this. When it goes to 16th GB, when you start getting a lot of mails, lot of videos or pictures, are they stored on your mobile? No, it is not stored on your mobile because your mobile capacity is done. So how does that happen, I'll tell you? You are accessing everything virtually, not physically. Let me tell you that. Most important part, you need to have this. I'll make you understand. Just look at this picture. This is, I would write here as a this is my Google data center. Okay? Everybody has a Gmail ID, I'm sure. Everybody has a Gmail ID. Right? Where exactly your mails are stored? Are you aware of it? You have a Gmail ID which is from Google. Where is it stored? It's stored in Google data center. Alright? So this is my Google data center where my Gmails are stored. I should write my Gmails. Alright? Now, this is my Google data center. It is actually in US. Alright? You have your data center stored in US. And do you know something? In US, where it is stored, you have no idea. It could be in Ohio. Okay? It could be Ohio. It could be in New York. It could be in Chicago. It can be anywhere. This you need to understand. This is where my Gmail or whatever you see, even your WhatsApp images that you see, it's stored in some part of US where the data center. And remember, this is a data center where you have physical devices present there. In the sense, see, let me tell you one very simple thing. If I ask you to copy something from your laptop, you have a laptop, I'll ask you to copy and put it into another laptop. Imagine there is no internet between these two. So what will you do? You will take a pen drive. You will put the pen drive, you will say copy, put it into the pen drive, remove the pen drive, okay, and put it into another system, open that pen drive, copy and paste it. Correct? Okay? So what you have done is you have used, these are physical devices, you have used your, what they say, pen drive. So you're using a pen drive on this. So same way here in data center there are, this is a symbol which is used for devices. Remember, hard disk means this is the symbol we use. There are hard disks. There are thousands of hard disks, not even thousands. We have the hard disks which are lined up and running 24. You get to see the entire data center, how it's accessed, where it is stored. So I was here. So physically, it's stored here. Now what I was telling, now you have your Gmail. Now this is Mr. X. Anybody? I'll take Mr. X is here. Okay? Now he's got his mobile phone. Say he's got his mobile phone. Now he's trying to access his Gmail. Okay? His Gmail is trying to open here. And this person can be anywhere in India, and in India he's in Bangalore. Please keep this in mind. In Bangalore. Alright? Actually, out here he is accessing in a virtual manner. Please remember that. He's trying to access virtually. So you have to have this particular thing in mind. It's a complete data center. If I talk about data center, it will go on and on. In short, one of the components of data center I've taken is hard disk where your data is stored. And you have your mobile out here which you're trying to access virtually. So what is cloud? You can see here. In very simple fashion or simple manner, I would like to put you across to what is cloud. Access physical virtually, of course, where the services are available. What is that which is required between these two to access? That is internet. Alright? Accessing of physical resources virtually from any part of the world via internet. This is what is cloud. Clear about it? I hope I made it very clear. Okay, anybody who has any queries pertaining to cloud or anything, you can ask me. Alright? Yeah, it's going on. That's very good. So this part is clear. This is about cloud. Now, why do I need cloud? You must have understood. How long will cloud survive? As long as communication, that is, you talk about mobile, you talk about internet, anything. As long as these services are accessed, cloud will exist. Now everything is in cloud. Now why cloud? Because in cloud things go at very fast pace. It's enormous. You just can't imagine. and technology is robust. One example, you'll ask me why cloud, what is so best about cloud? Okay, I just gave you a general term. Now I'll come to a very simple term. For example, if I ask you to assemble a server. Server, people, are you aware of it? What is? Those who don't know can ask me. What is a server? Server, these are powerful machines which has. Come back to more simpler term. I will tell you is, I'll ask you to assemble a PC at home. So in that, you're supposed to have your motherboard, hard disk, you're supposed to have the cabinet, then SMPS inside, then you have to connect everything, then connect it to the keyboard, mouse, and monitor, blah blah. How long does this take to arrange? Maybe some people will say 20 minutes or half an hour. These are very small PCs, I'm talking of personal computers at home. So you imagine if same thing, if I ask you to arrange or to assemble a server would take long time. The reason is not only assembling a server, the whole data is to be transferred into it. Before transferring, you need to first install the OS, install applications in that, some important softwares. After that, you put it to working. What used to happen earlier, if I want to make a server, it would take something between 5 days to 10 days. 5 days to 10 days to make a single server. Depends on the configuration, of course, or subject to requirements you have. With cloud, I was surprised when I started data center. That is EMC. As I said earlier, that I'm certified on EMC square, teaching about storage. Out there, when I read about cloud, to my notice, it was written the job which takes about 5 to 10 days can be done in 10 minutes. I was shocked. I said, no, I'm not going to talk to student or never address to anybody unless and until I'm going to do this practically. And to my surprise, when I started using Amazon Cloud, AWS, it takes just 10 minutes. How does this happen? That also I tell you. The first surprise is this, what I said. The 5 to 10 days work can be done in 15 to 20 minutes. Just 15 to 20 minutes. Now, how is this possible? In very simple manner, how does this exactly happen? I'll tell you. When you assemble a server has physical components. Physical components, as I said, the physical components you have motherboard, you have in a physical data center. Okay? All those are pre-configured. Now you need OS to install. What is OS? Remember, in short, this is the way we write operating system. Okay? For an operating system to install at enterprise level in the sense I'm talking about the companies what you use, the corporates, they use this OS. Out there, it takes at least 1 hour to 3 hours. Correct? So let me put it in short. So I need assemble, I'm talking about the hardware. I'll say let me go with 1 hour. Install OS, I would like to go with Linux. Okay, in this I'll go for enterprise version EV, which may take so 8 hours thing can be done in 4 minutes, which I have myself, I have worked on this. I have installed the servers from Amazon, which has taken a very short time. So this is what cloud can do for you. This is where technologies are. Okay, this part I hope it's clear. So now my next worry is, why should I learn cloud? The reason is, today's world is working at very fast pace. If you look at the share market, where every second it changes, out there it's totally supported by cloud. Alright? So I'll ask you one more thing. What are the advantages? So far I told you what is cloud. Now let me come to the advantages of cloud. First, A, most important thing, it's robust. B, it's agile. C, It's cost effective. It's cost effective. Most important part, which you'll be surprised, you imagine you have a physical device with you. You have a laptop. You carry a laptop from here to US. Aren't there any chances that if it falls, it breaks? It can break, right? A. Another one is your hard disks where your data is stored that can get affected by climate. If it's in extreme heat, if it's exposed, your hard disk, it can get corrupted. Extreme cold, mist. All you need is very simply. Of course, I'm going to talk about AWS, Amazon Web Services, where Amazon says just open an account with us. Okay? Once you open an account with us, very simple, just go to www.aws.amazon.com. Here, open an account with your name. Alright? Once you have an account with your name, okay, what you do is, okay, once you open, you have to carry your devices physically, which can get affected with wear and tear. All you need to have is an account. Go to any part of say, of course, last 3 years, but it's really picked up last 2 years. It's on a boom, what do you say? So I would recommend people to move into AWS, that is Amazon Web Services. My next question is, are there any competitors? Mileage, you look for a durability or whatever it is. Out here also there are other players in the market, but since our agenda for the day is Amazon Web Services and Red Hat Linux, I will focus on that. But just for knowledge sake, I will talk. You have Amazon Web Services, then you have Microsoft, then you have Google Cloud. Okay. Then of course you have very famous in China. The most famous cloud out there is, it's called as Alibaba. This is from Alibaba. Alibaba is like Google in China. So it's called as, in short, it's called as Ali Cloud. So why I said you have to go for an Amazon Web Services, for a very simple reason that it has more than 40% of market share, where the Fortune 500 companies use in the world. Now, how does that benefit to me? See, more the companies are using that technology, people who study that technology and come back, there are jobs waiting for them. Okay? Now, this is about AWS. Okay? Now, in this, where do I start? The question is, how do I start? The very first certification in this, it's called as AWS Architect Associate. Please remember, that's how you enter. AWS Architect Associate. A full thing, if you say AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate. That's the first when people start. Of course, there's one more small module before that, which is called as Practitioner. AWS Certified Solutions, that is Practitioner, where you start with. It's the best for starters. So I would recommend start with Practitioner, come to Architect Associate after that. Then there are other certifications like Professional and so on. Alright, so I teach this, of course, to people. The reason, again, I would like to conclude on AWS. Out of Fortune 500 companies they use, there are big numbers who use Amazon Web Services. And in India, you have a lot of jobs, even support jobs to start with, admin jobs. So people who are certified, people who study this, people who have a decent knowledge enough. I'm not asking you to be a guru or something, or you know, the best. Very simple. Try to know what is what in that. Even at 30-40% level, at practitioner level, then you go to architect, associate level. I'm sure there are jobs waiting. Of course, even I can recommend for a placement. So this is about AWS. This is about cloud. So past few minutes, what we spoke, the gist of it. So I said, what is cloud technology? All right. How does it access? Okay. Why it's cost saving? Okay. The cost saving in the sense, there are so many things I would like to talk about it, but it will consume a lot of time. Cost saving in the sense, to open a data center, you need so many things. You need a devices. It will cost you quite a lot. So imagine to set up a simple data center, if it costs you 1 million rupees, in our Indian language 10 lakhs, the same job can be just done for 50,000 bucks. Isn't it cost saving? 50,000 to 1 lakh. Maybe, and depends. Remember, one important thing is, it is also subject to your usage. Right? Usage is also there. So, this is what we spoke. So, and the last part what I said was, to start a career, AWS, you can start with practitioner. It's a first course to start with. And anybody. Now, question is, if I am not a engineering graduate or a diploma holder or from any computer background, can I start? Of course, you can start. And it all depends on the trainer who takes. Never use IT jargons or high-end technical words. Start fresh and we'll take you there. Alright, so this is about it. Coming to OS, I'll talk about Linux OS. In this, I'll talk about Red Hat. Okay, Linux is an open source. Open source means it's available to anyone and everyone. Anybody who can access that. It's not charged. They don't charge you for this. All excuse me. You have Red Hat, you have SUSE, you have Mandela, you have Ubuntu, you have Fedora, like this almost from A to Z, different distributions it's got us. Alright? In that, Red Hat is very famous. Okay? Red Hat is known, and recently it was taken over for billions of dollars by IBM probably. And starting with Red Hat, once you start with, okay, an operating system. And I would like to take another 3 minutes or 4 minutes and conclude this and come to question and answer session. I don't believe in bugging or boring webinars where you talk about trying to be very specific. So we go for very first thing in this, what you learn is RHCSA, Red Hat Certified System Admin. Okay, that is where you start with. Now the best thing, you see an entire, go to YouTube, you see any number of videos. Most of the people promote this. But of late, I have started telling this. Anybody wants to learn cloud should start with Linux. Now the question is, why should I start with Linux? Why not with Microsoft? I have no issues. I have no issues with that. Because when you spin up servers in Linux, there in AWS, you need to know knowledge about Linux because the servers are Linux, which are working inside AWS, Amazon Web Services. So in that case, you need to have good knowledge about Linux. Now, again, let me go one step above. Okay, I would like to conclude maybe about 60 seconds. After this, you guys can have question answer session. Ask me any questions, pertaining whatever I can answer, fairly I'll answer. Today, happening careers. Okay, coming to careers and the packages. I'm sorry. Yes, you can start with support job. You can start with admin job after completing these two courses. As a fresher, graduate in any discipline. Graduate in any discipline. I'm talking about BA, BCom, BSc or BC or whatever it is. You can start with simple package of 2.2 lakhs to 3 lakhs. Don't get carried by rosy picture what people present to you or something called as you live in a virtual world. No, coming to the realities, you can start with 2.2 lakhs to 3 lakhs. But once you have 1 year experience and excellent knowledge, you can have much better. Experienced people, of course, with 1 year experience, you can get almost double if you're very good on it, or 60% also minimum. I'm telling you, today's demand. I'm also interacting with a lot of corporates pertaining to placements or the HR people, human resource, who takes care of recruitment. They have shortage of people who are good. Okay, so self-introduction done. What is cloud? What is OS? Careers, packages, experienced people and freshers. Freshers, you don't have to have any kind of knowledge. You don't have to worry. You can start off even if you're from non-IT background. Alright? So, I would like to conclude. In today's world, guys, if you're aiming at career, you can be best of the cloud specialist. A. Second thing, you can be a data science professional. 2. Cyber security. 3. DevOps. 4. These are basically in today's world you get to hear. But for all this, you want to be DevOps, you should have, that is short form is development plus operations, DevOps. I wouldn't like to touch because that's not my subject today. I wouldn't like to move away from my focus. So you want to learn about DevOps, you need to have good knowledge about cloud and OS, preferably Linux. You want to learn about cybersecurity, you need to have knowledge about cloud and Linux. You want to know about data science, you need to have good knowledge about cloud and Linux. So this is what it is. I would like to conclude on this. Thank you all. Yeah. If you have any kind of questions, please call on the number given out there. I'm here to answer your query with your name.